So Washington, D.C. is taking the Let the Youth Lead movement further than I am betting most would want. Now they're saying that they may allow 16-year-olds to vote for president in the 2020 election. I know. That's right. Kids barely old enough to drive without the benefit of a fully grown frontal cortex could be deciding who should run the country. This is a real thing. According to USA Today, D.C. City Council member Charles Allen, this guy right here, he said he was inspired by all the high schoolers that were participating in the March for Our Lives event that took place last month. Now, never mind the fact that a lot of the attendees at the march were adults, according to one study that we had shared. But what in the world is happening to adulthood? Because this has all gone too far. And by the way, these are not the same young people that supposedly aren't intelligent enough to own a weapon, right? Aren't these the same people that you say you can't even own a firearm because you're not intelligent enough and you're not empowered enough? You can't even defend yourself. You can't even handle a rifle. But they can decide who the leader of the free world should be? I mean, people who don't pay, maybe not even pay any taxes or pay rent or pay a mortgage, we're going to really? I mean, have these adults forgotten what they were like when they were teenagers? I was insufferable as a teenager. I was a lefty as a teenager. Or even forgetting that themselves for a moment, that they have forgotten what other teenagers around them were like at that time. Oh, my heavens. I mean, when I think of some of the just condom snorting, Tide Pod eating, distracted, over dramatic kids, when I think of some of the kids that attended high school with me and I consider the idea of them voting, I barely wanted them to vote when they turned 18, much less even sooner. Who comes up with this? This idea is insane. Come on, we have to start being adults at some moment. No, 16, I am completely against that. In fact, I have my own views on it, but no, 18 is young enough. It is young enough. 16, no. We are talking about people that are now making a trend of eating ramen noodles out of the toilet. If you don't believe me, you need to Google that. That's a real thing. Not even kidding you. I don't want those people voting. No, grow up, mature, learn a little bit, and then vote, just like everybody else has, and just how we all have. That's how it goes.